Team Fortress 2 has no shortage of strange and questionable weapons. You got items like the Eureka effect with its engineer gimmick, the Huo Lung heater that turns into a walking ring of fire, and the overdose, which is just straight up a joke.
But could you pay me in advance?
But today, we're here to talk about my arch nemesis, the Shortstop, because this weapon is just cursed. Let's check out the Shortstop stats. When weapon is active, increase in push force taken from damage and air blast. Pulls a 4-shot clip and reloads its entire clip at once. Alt fire to reach and shove someone. Editing that here just to say that if you notice that my gun looks a little bit weird, if you have minimal view models and your FOV at 90 like me, the bullets to the gun will actually appear. Weird. But this is just the description. Allow me to explain some hidden stats you may not know. Compared to the scatter gun, the Shortstop has 2 fewer shots, fires 60% fewer pellets per shot, and no increased damage wrap up that the Scout's other primary weapons have. However, it tries to compensate by reducing the attack interval by 40%, tightening up the pellet spread by around 40%, dealing double the damage at maximum falloff and hitting twice as hard per pellet. Sounds good on paper, right? Well, that's until you find out it still ends up with an overall 20% lower base damage per shot. Ouch. And that part really sucks. That 20% lower base damage per shot, it says no to all of us Scout players who love getting up close and personal. The scatter gun is a shotgun to be feared, but the Shortstop? It's basically just an amped pistol. However, that's not to say it's unusable. You can adjust your playstyle and use it as a support weapon, dealing chip damage to enemies and finishing them off, but it's a drop in the bucket compared to the damage of the scattergun. As a scout main who lives for flanking and being a general nuisance to the enemy team, the Shortstop drives me nuts. Gone are the days when I could confidently take down heavies without breaking a sweat. Now I have to think twice before engaging because, let's face it, I'm not exactly the sharpest shooter out there.
Stream sniping.
But if you do have better aim than me, you might have better luck. However, if you're already a skilled scout, chances are you're rocking the scattergun anyway. But that's enough about the shooting. Let's talk about the shove. I mean, what is there really to say about the shove? I mean, it exists, but I cannot for the life of me find a use for it. The shove requires you to be touching the enemy for it to work, and it will deal 1 damage upon hit. 1 damage. Now here's the thing. Remember all that mumbo jumbo I just said about not being able to be a successful point blank? And I have to be point blank to use this function? Instead of firing your already lackluster gun? What? I tried using it here to separate an Uber medic from a soldier, but I instead just ended up killing my teammate. So there's that. I tried playing with the Mad Milk thinking I could take advantage of the support playstyle that the gun encourages, but then I remembered that the heal is based off how much damage you do, and doing chip damage or playing defense. What healing would I ever really get back from that?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So I instead opted for the pistol to help compensate for the lackluster damage that my primary was dealing. But then I remembered, the pistol does lackluster damage because it's meant to be an item for securing the kill on really weak enemies after you run out of ammo. Which kinda just brings me back to square one. I'm using 2 finisher items. How about the winger? It was generally the same as the pistol, however I at least had a lot more mobility thanks to the jump. But I ended up just using it as a get out of jail free card 9 times out of 10, so really I was kinda just hurting my team at this rate. But you can see the point I'm trying to make. The gun canceled out basically everything I threw at the wall. The Shortstop has to be one of the most confusing weapons for Scout there is, and I really just don't understand it. Or maybe I'm just a bad Scout who can't break his old habits. But this is my channel, so I can't be the problem. Thanks for watching my long rant, and I hope you'll listen to me rant again soon. See ya.